Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Granger Heartland scenario pack, where we have a two-part scenario with a brand new locomotive for this map scenario, whatever you call it. The EMD SD90MAC. Look at it. Look at this big old boy. 7,000 horsepower. Got two lead units up here, a couple distributed power units. As you can see, there's one at the tail and one in the middle. That let's see if I could do the free roam view right over to it. Got a completely full coal train starting out here in Topeka. Gonna be there's our middle unit. So completely full coal train heading towards Kansas City, but we're going to stop at a siding midway through the route, which will be the conclusion of the first video here. Should be a fairly drama-free episode, as there we go. This time we got the lights on. So it should be fairly drama-free, so probably not too much talking in this one. But sit back, relax, and enjoy this smooth coal train ride. One thing to note, though, does take a while to get this beast up to speed, and to slow it down for that matter, so that's really going to be the only challenge for us today. As if we go through the scenario goals, just passing through a bunch of stations, or in tracks: East Topeka, Grantville, Newman, Perry, Midland, Lawrence, Linwood Loop. I think I'll be stopping at the Linwood siding, about 40 miles away. Hope you enjoy. Slowly starting to pick up speed here. Currently got a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, so we're gonna raise our speed up to that before we shoot up to 70 miles an hour, or 60 I should say, as we're gonna have another signal up ahead. But yeah, as you can clearly see, plenty of snow outside, so you have to imagine the tracks are slippery. Had a couple wheel slip penalties there, so not trying to go too hard on the throttle to get all 7,000 horsepower in his lead unit right on the tracks. Can't just go full bore with it. But like I said, it's not instant considering how many full coal cars we have. So we'll gradually get up there. As you can see, all these cuts later, and we're still nowhere close to being at the speed limit at 70 miles an hour. About a quarter of the way through the scenario already, though. Just under 6 miles away from our next waypoint on Newman, track number 2. I guarantee by the time we get there, we're still not going to be at 70 miles an hour. In all honesty, I think this is about as much speed as we're going to get out of it. 60 miles an hour here, but still plenty fast, still making good time. No timetable to adhere to in this scenario. But definitely don't think we're going to reach 70. Although that'd be an interesting thing to keep track of if we even hit that by the time we get to our stopping point. But yeah, it's a lot of full coal cars, or coal hoppers, so even with 4 units of total of 28,000 horsepower, it's going to be pretty hard to get that fully up to speed. Even on this flat land here in the middle of Kansas, or eastern Kansas. Just passed through the Newman waypoint, now on quickly on our way to Perry. Let's get another quick look at the objectives here. I think we're about halfway through the objectives. So we got Midland, 7.5 miles up the track. Lawrence, under 14. And Linwood, and our stopping point's about 25 miles away. Ooh, we got a message. At the signal east of Midland, you may encounter an unexpected restricting red signal, not preceded by an approach yellow. Be prepared to stop for the signal, which will clear at approximately 10:05. Distance required. Okay, so let's dial the throttle back. Yeah, might as well start dialing in some brake now. Because this thing does not stop very fast. At all. East of Midland, though. Actually, you know what? We're stopping pretty decently now. Let's just coast to, like, around here, because it's just going to naturally keep scrubbing speed. We'll just idle and, actually, maybe it didn't scrub speed as well as it did. Or as I thought. I think once we get about 2.5 miles away, we'll start dialing in some more brake. Because we're going to get into Midland itself around 10:03. And if this thing's not going to clear till 10:05, we're probably going to get that signal. Figure 40 will be a good approach speed for right now. Then once we get even closer, we'll just scrub even more speed, maybe to about 20 miles an hour. Alright, let's start dialing some brake back in. Probably made some locomotive brake too, even though I don't know how much that's going to do. But predominantly using the train brake right now. See what the handbrake will do as well. Not much. Let's see if I get a look ahead. Well, that's a green signal. Up top. This looks like a green signal. You know what? Let's dial the brake back. Just coast for about this half-mile right here. Then see if we can find another signal off in the distance. Well, it's 10:05 in game, so I figure we're going to be in the clear here. So how far are we away? 5.5 miles away from Lawrence, and from Linwood. 16 miles away. I don't see any signals off on the horizon. On the HUD at least. So rather than just putt around at 20 miles an hour for the rest of the scenario, I figure it'd be okay if we try getting back up to speed, because I figured that was the signal back there that we just passed. So off we go. Actually, maybe not that much throttle so I don't get another wheel slip penalty. But we'll get up to speed soon enough here. Let's signal off in the distance. That's green. So, full throttle. We'll be back on our way here. Alright, so we're about 10 miles away from the end of this scenario. Probably just going to stay in the cab, rest of the ride for you guys, just enjoy the rest of you as we're passing this GP40. Little sorter off to our right. Hope you enjoy the rest of the ride. Just making sure we're in the clear and we're okay. Alright, let's see here. I have considerable priority traffic on the sub this morning, and we'll have to put you in the hole at Linwood. Bring your head end to stop at Linwood South Track East Signal. You can expect to be there at least 30 minutes, blah blah blah, woo woo woo. Just explain the end of the scenario. As just over 4 miles away from Linwood Loop, I think, yeah, our stopping point's about a quarter mile up the track beyond that. So once we get about 3 miles away, actually probably 3.5, considering how heavy this train is, we'll start dialing in some braking about a half mile from now. Gonna be slowing down to 40 miles an hour anyway. Gonna need some locomotive brake. Again, I don't know how much that's gonna do. Let's see, dynamic. Is this the dynamic? Yeah, it is. There we go, you can hear it firing up in the background. Forgot the key mapping for what the dynamic brake is. I'm probably going to have to look that up before part 2 of this scenario. I'm going to stay just like this as we are under 2 miles away from Linwood Loop. Just keep scrubbing as much speed as we can here. As, uh-oh, what's that signal? It's just a crossing signal. Probably pull onto the siding. Keep scrubbing speed because I don't want to derail the train by getting onto that siding too hard. Come on. Figure 20 miles an hour would probably be safe. I think we're going to hit that right here. Alright. Dial that back. Probably just coast for a little bit here. Let's probably bring it back up. Actually, which one was the dynamic? It's not that one. That's the reverser. Which one was the dynamic brake? Huh. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh, it crept up a bit faster than I thought. Okay, where's dynamic? We need you now. Come on. Come on. Shoot. No, no brake, no brake, no brake, no brake. Come on. I forgot it was only a quarter mile beyond the entrance of Linwood Loop. So, oop, that's wheel slip. Why? No! Oh, everything's going south here. I know what lever was at what position and everything. So... okay, no more throttle. Just coast. He says as he puts more throttle on it. Well, after an excruciatingly grueling 10-mile-an-hour crawl, this is our signal up ahead. So, let's see. Start with a little bit of locomotive brake. So that seems to be doing the trick. But we're going to need some train brake as well. Probably not going to take it all the way up to the signal. As soon as we get the lead engine on a little bit, that little orange mark on the HUD. As, oop, went the wrong way on the brake. That's going to be the emergency setting. Hopefully we don't extend the life of this scenario here. Well, I guess that counts. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this first part of this two-part scenario with the SD90MAC on the Granger Heartland scenario pack. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell, because part 2 of this scenario will be out very soon. And as always, thanks for watching.